Hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar on Salesforce Field Service. You will get to know about how to optimize your field service operations using Salesforce. About myself, Petichur Manohar. I am a managing partner, slash Salesforce consultant at Cloud Belive Private Limited. Um, I have around 13 years of experience in the Salesforce ecosystem, and my primary focus has been into streamlining business operations using sales, service, and field operation through the Salesforce CRM solutions. So I'm a 7X certified Salesforce developer, lead consultant, architect. I used to have multiple apps where based on the project needs and requirements. So I have expertise in Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Revenue Cloud, Salesforce Field Service, Service Max, and few other products. Sales DocuSign, Congo Composer, Twilio, Zapier actually. But I specialize in Salesforce Field Service. In field service management, I should say. I have worked across different field service products, built accelerators and stuff. My primary domain expertise is on telecom, professional services, edutech, travel, and hospitality. Right? And you can find my LinkedIn URL, my Twitter, ID, my mobile number, and email address. You can reach out to me anytime if you have anything actually. Okay. So who are we? Cloud Belive, right? So we are a Salesforce registered partner. We started a couple of years back. We have delivered 30 plus projects in the span of 2.5 years for different vendors across different Salesforce product and domains. Right, we do Salesforce consulting, development, administration, data migration, integration. Pretty much everything across different products. Right, so and you could see the list of certification by our team, which is mentioned over here. So now getting into the agenda. So today we are going to talk about introductions to Salesforce Field Service, key features and benefits of using Salesforce Field Service, common mistakes which has been done in field service implementation, the key KPIs which is used across different business for a successful field operations. What are the implementation best practices, a demo, a Q&A, and quick start implementation, which is something our offering actually. Okay, introductions to Salesforce Field Service, right? As you know, Salesforce Field Service is kind of an extension to Service Cloud. It bridges the gap between the case management and the work order management, basically the on-site executions, right? So it comes up with a powerful, dispatcher console, a mobile-first solution, which is designed for the technicians, where you'll be able to connect with the customers and service teams and manage your assets actually, right? It is basically a managed package. This was initially developed by a company called Click Software, and Salesforce acquired it around 6 years back, maybe around 2018-19. So it comes up with many features like managing work orders, intelligent scheduling, and dispatching. Actually, right? With the mobile app for technicians, they'll be able to get the details of the job. They can manage the work, update the status, the inventory, and everything, so that they'll be able to provide a better service to the customer. And field service basically it leverages the potential of Salesforce CRM. It allows the dispatchers to effectively schedule the service appointments or the jobs to provide a seamless end-to-end experience. Right? You'll be able to get the real-time insights about the job status, the technician's performance, and whether the SLA is being achieved or not. Actually, and offline capability, it is one of very good future, which we will talk about in our upcoming slides. Actually, right? The next one is what are the benefits of using Salesforce Field Service, right? Intelligent scheduling and optimization, right? So basically, the FSL engine it automatically assigns the right job to the right technician at the right time, actually, right? So there are certain configurations such as service objective, work rules, and stuff, which is there inbuilt. We can even customize those things. Based on these things, the FSL engine will decide which technician is right for this particular job, and based on their current location, their skill sets, and everything, right? And of course, you can even manually schedule your service appointment by choosing the technicians. So the real-time dispatcher console gives dispatchers a live view of the current workforce, what they are doing, where are they, and what's the progress of the job. Everything can be done, be seen using the dispatcher console, which we'll see in a short time actually. And the mobile app for the field technicians, it provides access to the work orders, the customer infos, and inventory. They will be able to handle everything in the FSM mobile app. Work order management. So I would always call Service Cloud plus Field Services kind of contact to solution thing. So the customer contacts and the case is getting created, which is getting converted as a work order. Then goes the field operation. Then you'll be able to handle. So that entire resolution part is the work order management actually. So you'll be able to manage your inventory and asset. Keep track of the tools, the warehouse locations, or the technician's own inventory. It can be a van or a toolbox, whatever it is, right? And offline capability. So they'll be able to access the FSL mobile app even if they are at a place where they don't have internet connectivity. For example, in USA, if you take, they have to do work on garage, probably on basement where they might not have internet connectivity, right? So the data will be connected. Once they are connected back to the internet, it will sync back to Salesforce automatically. Crew management, you can send multiple technicians together as a crew to finish a job. That is crew management. And service reports and signatures, capture like basically you can generate a report of the work which has been done and get signatures from the customer. So that also can be done from the FSM mobile app. And maintenance plan for recurring services. For example, there might be jobs like which requires 3 free service or 2 free service, and it it can be in once in 3 months or once in 6 months kind of thing, right? You can use the maintenance plan to configure those work orders, which gets created automatically, right? By doing all this, benefits are you'll be able to improve the first time fix rates. You'll be able to provide proper resolution to the customer, of course, which ends up with a higher customer satisfaction actually, right? Okay. So I want to highlight the common mistakes which has been done in most of the field service implementation. So you know don't go on over customization earlier, right? Because the field service mobile app is something a shared app which has been developed. The customization, the more you do a customization, the users will not be able to adopt it easily, which obviously increases the technical debt and makes your go live very slow actually, right? And the second one obviously is underestimating the data model complexity, right? You need to understand the relationship between the work order line items, service appointments, assets, and product. You have to choose the right set of objects for whether you want to use work order or work order line item, whether we are going to do on asset onboarding. These are very important things which has to be figured out before even getting into the starting the projects actually, right? And the missing inventory and asset setup actually, skipping the proper inventory model if they are using the asset configuration limits. All these things can improve the service effectiveness actually, right? So this is something suggest to your customer to ensure that we suggest our customers to use inventory. And poor mobile configurations, as I said, this is particularly related to the first point. If you customize heavily, don't do a proper configurations on mobile, it will confuse the technicians actually, right? Because they might be using their existing legacy system or do things in Excel. But of course, if you provide so too many things, that might make the agents more frustrated actually, right? don't ignore the offline scenarios. Actually, there are certain features like offline planning, briefcase builder. These things are really good and useful to configure your data to be available even on offline scenarios. Actually, right? Involve your field team involvement, involve your technician, dispatchers, service manager, starting from the start of the project itself, actually, because they are the people who run, does things, manage things. They'll be able to provide more inputs, what exactly they need, actually, right? So this will help them also to understand what we are trying to implement, and increase the user adoption, actually, right? And reduce resistance to change. So, and early success, ensure successful adoption. So these two, provide proper training, proper documentations, provide them the confidence to understand this is going to make their life easier, actually, right? Because it happens always, actually, right? If even if you are implementing things in a much better way, if you don't provide proper training and if the adoption is less, then obviously, it's not a good sign for a customer, actually, right? So, make sure you provide all those transition, and build the confidence on the newer things which is implemented to the technicians and the managers. Okay, what are the key KPIs involved, actually, right? So key KPIs basically first time fixed rates, percentage of the service task resolved in the very first visit itself. This indicates the technician's effectiveness and customer satisfaction, right? The average response time. What is the time taken from from case creation to the technician dispatch? This basically, this KPI gives you the speed and efficiency of the dispatching process, right? And job completion time. What is the average time taken to complete a work order, actually, right? This basically tells the technician's productivity and how efficient he is working, actually. And the technician utilization rates, the percentage of the time technician spends on actual task versus idle time, actually. So this will help you to optimize your workforce better, actually. And schedule adherence, actually, percentage of the job completed as per the scheduled time, actually, right? This is a very important metric because it provides the reliability and reduce to help rescheduling of the service appointments, actually. Okay. Customer satisfaction score, yeah. After the job, send out a survey, understand what exactly the customers provides and inputs about your service, and repeat visit rates. Percentage of the cases requires more than one visit. So lower is the better, obviously. It indicates the quality of diagnosis and repair which is done by the technicians, actually, right? SLAs, percentage of jobs completed within the agri service timeline. So basically, SLA is we have entitlement and milestones and all, right. Certain VIP customers or high value customers will require services to be done within 1 hour or 2 hours. Those kind of things has to be handled. And the inventory accuracy rate. So track the correctness of the part and tools available in the field. So this is going to help efficiently to prepare for the job readiness and also reducing the delays, actually. Okay. So workload backlog, number of pending service jobs indicates the workload and resource capacity, actually. Okay. Okay. So implementation best practice. Define the clear business goal, as I said. Involve all the stakeholders from technicians, service managers, and dispatchers from the start itself. Okay, that is very important. Clearly define your goals and approach your solutions based on that. Start with the standard features. Don't get into heavy customization in the start. Map and optimize the process. Review what the customer is already using, existing process, and then rather than just trying to replicate the same thing in Salesforce, understand what is the best thing for them and implement that, actually. So ensure proper data setup from work orders, service appointments, and assets management and stuff. So train all the user roles. Do a pilot before a full rollout, because I have seen going for a full blown rollout can cause a lot of chaos where customers having like 1,000 plus technicians, some of them being subcontractors, and also choose a area, particular area, roll it out, and try to take feedbacks and make things better, and then proceed further, actually, right? So set up reporting and KPIs. Define your KPIs. What are the metrics that you want to track and achieve, and proceed your solution accordingly. So yeah. Okay, so it's a demo time. Let's get into a demo part. Okay, so field service. Let's get into the field service part. So this is Zenhome, or this company basically provides HVAC services, ACs, and ventilation services and all. So they provide installations and repair also actually. Okay. So let's start with the basics of FSL first actually. So let me start with the operating hours actually, right? So you see, this particular company is Zenhome. They are based out of Texas. Basically, it should be CDT, and it's going to put CDT. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so this is going to be, the time zone. And if you go to the related list, you will be able to see the time slot they are available at, right? So they basically work from Monday to Saturday, and their working time is 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And these are normal. So let's say if we want to put some, there will be technicians. They will still provide services for 24 hours. They can still go ahead and start, create another operating, time slot saying 7 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. as extended one actually. So right. So this is something is common for the org, and you can obviously, there might be companies which will operate on different hours also actually, time zones. So um, you can basically configure accordingly. So next part is service territories. So this is nothing but service areas actually. Okay, so you have to split up you know into different service territories, which is basically useful. And you see here, Texas is the parent territory which we have. Under that, we have split up into smaller service areas like Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and San Antonio. Right. So each of them are been split up as a smaller territories actually. Okay. So if I go to the Austin territory, and you could see the parent territory, the operating hours, their address, basically the service space address. And if I go to the data list, you can see the members who are available actually, right? Ethan and Alex, these are the people who are available, part of the service to carry out the job actually. Okay. And let's go to the service resource, and I will show you maybe. And you see, these are the different resources available working with Zeno. So Ethan, John, Logan, Mike, Jack, Andrew, right? And you see the resource type. Some of them are technician, some of them are dispatcher actually. Okay. So if I take Ethan Brooks, so he's a technician. This is handled by the service. There are permission sets which you have to use to handle this thing. Okay. For dispatcher, you get separate permission sets. For technician, you get separate permission set, which comes up with the managed package itself. Actually, okay. So the technician is here, and if I go to the related list, you could see the list of service appointment which he has handled already, and these are the skills he process. He does, is a duct. He repairs a duct work. He repairs the AC unit and all. Okay, and he is part of two territory. One is Austin, which is his primary zone, and Texas, and the Texas basically, it's his parent territory, but it has been set up as a secondary. But he'll be able to provide service across the territories too. Actually, okay. And you could see timesheet entries. This is something we can see from the FSL mobile app. And service crew is part of this particular service crew, which has been scheduled on 17th through 18th. So we will see those things in a bit actually. So one thing, location. So this is basically his own inventory location is van location. Okay, the location type is van. He owns a van to do all this report, and you can see it is marked as inventory location and mobile location actually. Okay, under the related list, you could see the list of product which he has. He has a ducting kit as 10 quantity in ad, and this is a basic information about the inventory model actually. Okay. Now let's go into the dispatcher console part. Um, let's go to the Zen Home, or Zen Home application. Okay. Under the Zen Home application, you could see a lot of things which is configured. The first thing we'll go and see is the dispatcher console. Actually, if you go to the field service tab, you can see those has been configured here also, but you'll open it in a bigger screen. Okay, so this is the dispatcher console, and you could see the list of service appointment on the left-hand side, which is available. Okay, and this is kind of a filter. You can filter it out whether also you want to see all the service appointments or a specific one, and yeah, you can choose the service territory, which technician or the service appointment you wanted to see. Basically, you can choose those service based on this selection. The relevant technicians and the service appointment will be shown here. And there are a lot of setups which you can do to show the list of service appointments. Uh, Pretty much basic for what you want to see or how do you want to see here actually, right? And you could see there are multiple options which is available. So, for example, you can choose multiple service appointment here actually. Okay, you can choose multiple service appointments here, and you can whether schedule it or dispatch it, or you can even unschedule those things actually. Okay, so all these things can be done. You can choose multiple of them also here actually. Okay, right, and scheduled it. And you see, if you want to schedule those things back, you can drag and drop your service appointment also. For example, I'm drag and dropping it. Okay, and I'm putting this to this crew, AC repair crew actually, right? So I can schedule. You can even drag and drop it from here, and this is basically date filter kind of thing. The timer is on. Currently, it says match Gantt dates. What you see on the right hand side is a Gantt chart. Okay, and you can choose if you want to view this results based on specific date, or if you want to choose 2 day, and it will show like 19th and 20th July, right? And if you want to see weekly, it shows the weekly thing actually. If you choose in day, I think it shows that particular day currently actually. Okay, and here you could see Texas is a parent territory, and I mean like Austin and Dallas has been shown here actually. Okay, so to avoid confusion, I've just I think it's fine. And you see the utilization rate actually, right? So they have like two of the technician and each of this territory, and you can see the utilization rate as 32% actually. Okay, so which means your technicians are still can pick up work actually. Okay, that is what exactly it does, and this has been calculated with various metrics actually. There are so many things that it's been factored to make it happen actually. Okay, and if you want to see, if I can click on a service resource, and you can see all its basic details, and a map which basically says the list of service appointments which he has to do, and its own location can be viewed and tracked by the technician, dispatches from here. Okay, and you know uh, you have something called and calendar is here actually, right? So on the calendar also it will show them the list of work and stuff which they have to do here actually. Okay, now going to the map here, this map basically tells you based on all the resources who's available. Okay, their home base, what are the service appointments they have to achieve. Pretty much everything can be shown. And if you want to view it with the traffic, it shows with the traffic also. Actually. Okay, so and you can there is something called Polygon, which is a useful feature. Though we work with service secretary base, but if you want to have your own territory or something which you want to choose, so you can create something called Polygon action. And for now, I'm just going to choose Fisco and Plano region together actually. Okay, right? I'm going to create a polygon for that actually. Okay, and their voice data. Right. So, for example, I see I'm creating a polygon here. Right. I saved just this directory, right? Now what you could do is once you have a polygon set up, basically well, now you have a polygon setup actually, right? Now, you can right click it and anything that is under this particular polygon, all the service appointment, if you want to schedule, dispatch or unschedule, you could do it directly actually, okay? So this is one of the very good feature which is available with the map itself actually, okay? On here, you could see on the right hand side, you can right click any of the service appointment, and you can reschedule. And if you want to adjust duration, you could change it. You can change the status, and you can pin. When you pin it, you won't be able to move the service appointment here and there. And you can group service appointment actually, right? So grouping is something. You can have a parent service appointment, and it is kind of group all the service appointments just in nearby location actually, okay? And you can put a chatter post from here actually, okay? And if I H over, you could see a lot of information showing up here. These are totally configurable, and you have to use the field sets in the particular object to do it. And even you could see whatever all these things can be customized here actually, okay? Using a field sets. And all this comes up in a different color. You can see if it is scheduled, then it shows in that kind of a green color, and purple says dispatched. And if I go back like last week, green says completed. This is a dispatched again. So and in progress is kind of blue. You can configure all those things in your Gantt label and your Gantt chart from the service appointment actually, okay? Now let me go to the service appointment tab. We will see a couple of other options which is available for scheduling action. Okay. So let's pick up this particular service appointment which is not scheduled yet. Okay. So what I will do is I will put this schedule start at probably for 22nd of July. And save it. Now you see there is two options which is called candidates and book appointments. So when I click candidates, okay, so it shows the list of technicians who's available to pick the job actually. Okay, so Logan is one of the resource and he is available on 21st July, 100%. This score is again says this is the ideal candidate and ideal time, right? And 22nd July, 5400. Probably you might be traveling from a different distance or a longer distance. That is why the score is little less here actually, right? And if let's say there are different service scheduling policies, emergency, let's say if you give emergency, probably it might give you a few more resources, or who is the best possible candidate who is very nearby to fix it actually. So again, Logan is the person actually, and it gives us earliest time slot here, right? And we have created a custom scheduling policies, okay? And it shows many users actually, you see, and all these things are like these people are available. And soft boundaries is something, it's still considers some of most of the workflows and work rules and service objective, but not everything actually. But we are unable to find any resource actually, right? So I'm not deep diving into these topics. I'm just going to explain what exactly is available actually, right? So this is one thing. And there is another option called book appointment actually. This basically gives a time slot, right? Basically, a time slot which is available for your technician, actually. Okay. Okay. So this gives a particular time slot. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't. I think I clicked it. Let's go for a book appointment again. Right. You see, this is these are the different time slot which is available, and it says ideal, 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 which means the most perfect one actually, right? And the recommended is also good actually, right? So these are the based on this, you can still schedule, but use this option to schedule this service appointments, right? And it shows for the next 3 days mostly actually. Okay, if you want to extend it, you can still extend, and it says 20 till 25th July, and on 25th July, these are the ideal ones actually. Okay, now you see the service appointment has been scheduled here actually. Okay, and once it is scheduled, you could see the status has been changed to schedule, and then dispatch is something when they start with the job, they dispatch it, and in progress when they start the job, and final status can be cannot complete, complete, or cancel, anything actually. It can be either of them actually. Okay, and you could see some important things here is on the service appointment, you have pretty much the service territory. This particular service appointment belongs to Fort Worth, and it will be assigned only to the technicians who's available based on the scheduling policies which we select. And there is something called work type actually. Okay, so work type is something important future which is available. I mean, it's a thing. It's kind of a template actually. What are the different kind of work? So AC unit work, it takes 2 hours to complete, and if you want to auto create service appointment or not, and what are the skill level required, whether AC, what is the skill required to finish this particular job, and what is the level of skill required actually, right? So this is kind of a template, predefined template which is available to handle your the different kind of services which you provide actually. Okay. Okay, with that said, we are moving to the field service mobile app actually. Okay, so the field service mobile app, as I said, it's very it's a a shared application, right? So the customization here can be very limited, but the things are really useful actually, right? So you could handle things in a much better way actually. Okay, so right. Now, if we go here, it shows the list of service appointments which is available. Okay, and you could see this is a date picker. You could choose dates to view the list of service appointments. Anything that has the dot, which means there is a service appointment schedule on that particular day, actually, right? And I'm going to today, 21st, and you could see a service appointment, let's say 0053, which is scheduled for 24th July. And if I go under my profile, there is something called resource absence. So let's say if I'm not available for the particular day, I can go ahead and create a resource absence actually. Okay, so I'm not available on 22nd, I mean 23rd, from 10 a.m. in the morning, okay, to 6 p.m. in the evening, 6:30 in the evening, right? And I can choose the type. I'm on a vacation on that day, so I can create a resource absence. So this resource absence, basically what happens is it will be even the FSL engine or manual scheduling, it will show that this particular resource is not available on that particular day actually. Okay, if I go to a dispatcher console, I will show it in a while. And you won't be any service appointment will not be scheduled for him also actually. Okay, now getting into this, so you see what you see here is a service appointment. When I click this, and it shows the location. From here, it takes you to the. When I click the map, it takes you to the map here, and of course, it can be it opens up Google Map or iOS app based on the devices. Okay, and you could see the contact information, the customer contact information, and what is the asset which is tagged to this, and what is the work order line item which we have in this actually, right? So each one of them are shown in here actually. Okay, now going to the details, all these are pretty much standard, which is there in the standard page layout actually. Okay, nothing fancy. All these comes from there actually. If we go to the related list, the same again. All the work order line item. You see certain things like product requests, timesheet, service reports, and stuff, which we will see what exactly those are. So coming back, I'm going to you can even call a contact from there. It takes you to the mobile device, and if you want to send a text, you can do it, and all these things can be, and you can even get a driving direction from here actually, right? So these are standard feature out of the box which is available actually. Now let's say I am reached the I'm going to dispatch the service appointment. The moment I dispatch it, you see a notification came in from the FSL mobile app. Okay, it says the service appointment has been assigned to this particular resource has been dispatched actually. Okay, right. Now you could see the status of the service appointment will be, sorry, not this one, wrong. Yeah, this one. You see, the status of the service appointment is dispatched now. So I think you are seeing what you see here is a work order actually. Okay. If I go to the service appointment, you could see the status has been dispatched now. Now what I can do is from the service, I'm going to start the work. I reach the location. I'm going to start the work. So I'm going to click in progress, and I'm capturing the actual start date actually. So this is basically done using a quick action. I'm starting the job now, and and now I'm going to now I'm going to the service appointment. I'm going to click this thing, and I'm going to start the job. Okay, I'm going to click in progress, and this is done using a quick action, and I'm going to choose the actual start time as this, and I started the job, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now I go ahead and get the job done. And let's say if I wanted to use any products from the inventory, of course I can go to the related list. I can create a new product request. Okay, or you can see the existing product request is available, right? You can go ahead and add a new product request also here actually. Okay, I'm going to add a new product inventory. I need a ducting kit for this particular job. I'm going to save it actually. Okay, and you could handle your inventory from here actually. Okay, so there are certain objects called product request, product transfer. Okay, these this can be used for your inventory purpose actually. Okay, so product request is nothing but, let's say as a technician, I wanted to request a product from my nearby location, or it can be a service center, or it can be an warehouse. I can use the product request and add the product request line item, basically the product which I needed. And product transfer is something, let's say it has been transferred from my from the warehouse to my inventory. Okay, probably my van inventory. You can track that from your product transfer actually. Okay, and there is another record called another object called written order actually. Okay, so written order is something, for example, let's say you have a product which is basically what do you call, which is under warranty, and you wanted to take that particular product back to the customer actually. Okay, or your warehouse actually, right? So that time you use this written order product inventory to handle it actually. Okay, so I'm just keeping it simple. These are the three things which you can try doing it from the FSL mobile app actually. Okay, after all this, let's say I went to the location, I completed the job, and I am going to click the status as completed, and I update it as completed, and I completed it at 1 p.m. and I save it actually. Okay, the moment the status of the, okay, now you see there is an error because actual start and actual end is different. So I started the job at 11:30 and it has to be 1:30. Okay. You can correct your error like this from the FSL mobile app actually. Now there is no error actually. Okay, so these are basic features which is available within the FSL mobile app, and as I said, you can still configure field service flows. You can handle, you can build LWC components in this. Okay, but always recommended to keep it simple, just with flows, not to add so many functionalities in this. Okay, just that the users can adapt to it in an easier way actually. Okay, right. Okay, let's create a new group. This is crew management part. So I'm going to create a new crew HVAC repair team. Okay, let's say there is a service appointment which is on 24th of July, and it requires a crew, number of people actually, let's say, right? And I'm going to create a crew which starts on that particular day, and the work will be done on the same day itself. So we created a crew, and the crew size is two people, let's say. Okay, and when you click it, what is a AC unit repair handling? These are the skills which is required. Okay, okay, right. We are going to put 24th, 24th. From 24th 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. you require this crew. Okay, and we are going to choose. Right, now let's go. You see the crew. It is the size is crew to here actually. Okay, you can go ahead and still edit the crew here. Okay, so this is how you manage your crew from the FSL app actually. Okay, and you can schedule the service appointment. And if I go to the dispatcher console on 24th, like just refresh it. And on 24th July, you see there is a crew HVAC actually, right? So this is how you have to set up a crew and add people to it actually. Okay. So I think that's pretty much a basic which we have covered in Salesforce Field Service. I just wanted to show a bonus demo on Visual for Remote Assistant. Okay, so this is something. It's not part of the FSL, but it can be used kind of extension, and it comes up with its own additional cost. Actually, okay, it's VRA is nothing but Visual Remote Assistance call which you could make. This can be additional feature which is really good for the customer. The customers actually. Right now, I'm going to invite myself to attend the session. Okay. For example, let's say there might be scenarios where you wanted to, you know, provide services directly without without reaching the customer's location, right? You want to provide virtually, so that is how it happens. So I invite myself. Okay, the moment I invite myself, you could see on the mobile app, I will receive a SMS now. You could see what is happening here also. SMS sending SMS status. I got a SMS. I clicked it, and I'm going to configure it. Reduce the volume, and it says connecting to the agent. I allowed it, all right? And let me go here, and you could see the agent is connected actually. Okay, it's still connected. I put myself on mute and reduce the volume, right? And with this, you could see which device it is, which version, my address, and you can take a snapshot of what I am, doing here. And the snapshot will be saved in here on the right hand side. And you can mute, or if you want to change the camera, reverse camera, you could do it, right? All these things, can be done actually. So now you could see myself here actually, right? And if I want to annotate things, you could annotate and mark it here actually. Okay, so for example, I'm going to mark it from my mobile actually. Okay, you could see annotation here actually, right? You can annotate whatever is happening here. You can mark and write comments to it and take screenshots and save it actually. Okay, so this is a very good feature. A lot of things can be done. The call will be recorded and the session summary will be provided. So now I'm ending it. So this can be used only if you don't want your You want to provide your customers a quick check using a VRA itself, not going to the location, right? And you see the session recording, all these details are here, and you can add a command issue with HVAC mark the problem or something like that. You add some statement to it and save it. And if you go here, close it. And if you go to the visualization tab, you'll be able to see all this information related to the VRA actually. Okay. So the session recording is here, the session summary is here, right? All those things can be viewed from here actually. Okay. With that said, I'm coming back to my presentation, and I'll go to this. It's Q&A. Any questions, please type in so that I can answer, or you can even reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me to show it actually. Okay. Now I just want to talk about a quick start implementation, which is one of our services. Okay, so basically, we will keep your field service implementation up and running in 4 to 5 weeks. Actually, okay. So what is included with this is the field service setup. You'll do a data setup for that. The service territory, resources, work types, operating as all the basic setups can be covered, and work order management. This includes a few automations and of dispatcher console configuration and customization on the field service mobile app is, we can implement a few quick actions and field service flows, and automations, notifications can be done. We can create a service report template, and all the data migration activities can be done. And this comes up with 2 hours of training with the end users, 2 hours handover with the system administrator, and 1 week post go live support actually. Okay, this is just implemented, but we are definitely flexible and we could do things in a much better way. And this is one of the form which is which has some predefined list of questionnaires actually. Okay, so this questionnaire is basically to get what currently you are doing actually, right? So it explains about your current field service operations, how you are handling it, what are the challenges you are facing in handling this field service operations. Okay, by filling it out, we will be able to have a better idea what is the exact problem we are facing, and we will be able to evaluate and estimate how to proceed further actually. Okay, so if you're someone looking for implementing field service Salesforce, do check this out. And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for your time, and looking forward to speak in a more exciting topic in upcoming